Right now, at this very moment, more than 60 million Americans are trapped in the path of one of the most dangerous winter storms in a decade. Ice is already coating power lines across 7 states. Roads have turned into skating rinks. And here is what nobody is telling you: this storm is just getting started. In the next 25 minutes, I am going to give you precise timing for when this storm hits your city. Not vague predictions, exact hours. I will cover more than 70 major cities from Texas to Maine. I will tell you when the ice starts, when it peaks, and when you can finally breathe again. But first, I need to show you something that will change how you see this storm. At exactly 11:32 this morning, temperature sensors in Charlotte, North Carolina recorded something terrifying. The air temperature was 23 degrees, but just 2,000 feet above the ground, it was 51 degrees. That 28-degree difference created a perfect ice-making machine in the sky. Every raindrop that falls through that cold air instantly freezes on contact. That is why right now, tree branches are snapping like gunshots across the Carolinas. Here is your first reward for staying with me. If you live anywhere from Atlanta to Washington, D.C., I am about to tell you the single most important number you need to know today. The magic number is 32 degrees, not at ground level, at 1,500 feet up. When that layer drops below freezing, the ice storm ends and snow begins. For most of you, that happens between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. today. Mark those times. They could save your life. Now let me ask you something. Do you know where the storm is right this second? Not where it was an hour ago when you checked your weather app. Right now. As I speak these words, a massive shield of freezing precipitation is hammering Interstate 20 in Texas. From Dallas to Shreveport, drivers are sliding off highways. Emergency crews cannot reach them fast enough. 342 accidents in the last 90 minutes alone. But Texas is not the main story. The main event is marching east, and I am going to walk you through every single city in its path. Comment below where you are right now. Tell me your city. I will personally reply with your specific forecast. That is a promise. Let me paint you a picture of what is happening right now across America. In Lubbock, Texas, snow is falling at a rate of 2 inches per hour. In Little Rock, Arkansas, freezing rain has already coated everything with a 1/4 inch of ice. In Memphis, Tennessee, the temperature just hit 34 degrees, but do not let that fool you. That warm bubble will collapse in exactly 3 hours and 18 minutes. Then the real danger begins. In Nashville, you have until 2:15 p.m. before conditions become life-threatening. In Knoxville, you have until 3:40 p.m. In Charlotte, the ice is already falling. It started at 6:23 this morning. It will not stop until 8:30 tonight. That is 14 hours of continuous ice accumulation. Here is something that will shock you. Right now, there is a line of severe thunderstorms forming in southern Alabama. Tornadoes. In the middle of an ice storm. Yes, you heard that right. While people in northern Alabama are dealing with ice, people just 100 miles south are preparing for tornadoes. The same storm system, the same day. Nature does not care about making sense. Let me give you the timeline for the Deep South. Mobile, Alabama, thunderstorms arrive at 12:30 p.m. Some of these storms will rotate. Tornado warnings are likely between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. By 5 p.m., those same thunderstorms crash into the cold air over Birmingham. That is when things get wild. Thunder sleet, thunder ice. Imagine the sound of thunder while ice pellets hammer your roof. It is rare, it is dangerous, and it is coming. Huntsville, Alabama, you are in the bullseye. Ice accumulation starts at 10 a.m. It continues through 6 p.m. tonight. Total accumulation, 3/4 of an inch. That is enough to snap power lines, enough to keep you in the dark for days. Atlanta, I have not forgotten you. Your ice arrives at 1 p.m. It peaks between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. By 8 p.m. tonight, you transition to snow. Yes, snow. 1 to 3 inches of actual snow on top of the ice. Roads will be impassable until Tuesday morning. Now let me tell you about a phenomenon that is happening right now that most meteorologists are not talking about. Cold air damming. Sounds technical, but here is what it means for you. The Appalachian Mountains are acting like a wall. Cold Arctic air has piled up against the eastern side of those mountains like water against a dam. That cold air is not moving. It is stuck. Greenville, South Carolina, you are experiencing this right now. While Columbia, just 100 miles away, is seeing rain and temperatures in the low 40s, you are stuck at 22 degrees with freezing drizzle. That temperature difference will last until 7 p.m. tonight. Then the cold finally wins everywhere. Asheville, North Carolina, you are about to get hammered. Snow starts at 11 a.m. Heavy snow, 2 to 3 inches per hour at times. By midnight tonight, you will have 12 to 18 inches, maybe more in the mountains. Boone, North Carolina, you could see 24 inches, 2 feet of snow. Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, this is your timeline. Ice begins at 1:30 p.m. The heaviest ice falls between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. Power outages are almost guaranteed. Charge every device you own right now. Fill your bathtubs with water. This ice event could be worse than the storm of 2002. Richmond, Virginia, you catch the northern edge. Ice arrives at 3 p.m. It mixes with sleet by 5 p.m. By 7 p.m., you are all snow. Lighter amounts for you, 3 to 6 inches total. But do not relax. That ice layer underneath will make everything treacherous. Washington, D.C., Maryland suburbs, Northern Virginia, listen carefully. This is your most important forecast of the day. Snow begins between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. Rush hour, the worst possible timing. Do not wait. Leave work early. Leave now if you can. By 6 p.m., roads will be gridlocked. By 7 p.m., abandoned cars will block highways. The snow in D.C. will be heavy and wet. 6 to 10 inches by Monday morning. Baltimore, you get the same. 8 to 12 inches. The heaviest snow falls between 8 p.m. tonight and 2 a.m. Monday morning. That is when plows cannot keep up. Philadelphia, your snow starts at 5 p.m. It comes in waves. The first wave drops 3 inches by 8 p.m. Then a lull. Do not be fooled. The second wave hits at midnight. That is when the real snow begins. By sunrise Monday, you have 10 to 14 inches. New York City, this is a major snowstorm for you. Snow begins at 6 p.m. in New Jersey suburbs. By 7 p.m., it reaches Manhattan. By 8 p.m., all 5 boroughs are buried. Central Park will measure 12 to 16 inches. Long Island gets even more, 15 to 20 inches. The heaviest snow in New York falls between 10 p.m. tonight and 4 a.m. Monday. That 6-hour window dumps most of your snow. 3 inches per hour at times. Visibility near zero. Travel impossible. Boston, you are the northern edge, but do not think that means less snow. You get a different kind of storm. Snow begins at 8 p.m. tonight. It continues until noon Monday, 18 to 24 inches. Some models show 30 inches in spots. This is a top 10 snowstorm for you, Hartford, Connecticut. Providence, Rhode Island, Portland, Maine. You are all in the same boat. Major snowstorm, 12 to 20 inches. Monday morning commute is canceled. Accept it now. Plan accordingly. Now here is a plot twist nobody saw coming. After this storm clears out Monday, there is another one coming. Friday into Saturday, February 1st. The pattern is setting up for round 2. And this next one might be worse for the south. I am tracking a disturbance in the Gulf of Mexico right now. It does not look like much today, but by Thursday it starts to organize. By Friday, it is a full-blown storm system. And here is the key. Cold air will be in place. Real cold air. Not the marginal stuff we have now. The European model shows snow from Houston to Atlanta to Charlotte. The Canadian model agrees. Even the American GFS model, which usually is too warm, shows frozen precipitation across the entire South. It is too early for city-by-city forecasts on that system. But I can tell you this, if you live anywhere from Texas to the Carolinas, start preparing for another round of winter weather next weekend. This pattern is locked in. The jet stream has buckled into a deep trough. Cold air keeps reloading. Storms keep forming. Let me give you preparedness tips while I have your attention. Right now, before conditions worsen, do these things. Fill every container you have with water, not just for drinking, for flushing toilets when power goes out. Charge every battery you own, phones, tablets, laptops, power banks, everything. Move your car away from trees. Ice weighing down branches will snap them. Those branches will crush whatever is underneath. Bring pets inside. This cold is deadly for animals. If your pipes are exposed, let faucets drip. Moving water does not freeze as easily. Get cash. ATMs do not work without power. Stock up on food that does not require cooking. Peanut butter, bread, crackers, canned goods. Do not forget a manual can opener. Have flashlights and batteries. Candles work, but be careful. House fires spike during power outages. If you have a fireplace, stockpile wood now. If you have a generator, test it before you need it. Make sure you have fuel. Never run a generator indoors. Carbon monoxide kills silently. Here is something most people do not think about. Medication. If you take daily medication, make sure you have at least a week's supply. Pharmacies might be closed or unreachable. Insulin users have backup plans. This is life and death stuff. Now, let me get back to the current storm and give you updates on areas I have not covered yet. Kansas City, your snow is winding down now. You picked up 6 to 9 inches. Roads will stay bad through Monday. Wind chills tonight drop to 5 below zero. Dangerous cold. St. Louis, you escaped the worst, just 2 to 4 inches of snow. But freezing rain hit areas south of you. Cape Girardeau, Poplar Bluff, ice accumulations near half an inch. Power outages likely there. Indianapolis, you are in a snow band right now. 4 to 7 inches expected. Snow continues through 3 p.m. this afternoon, then it tapers off. Roads improve by Monday morning. Columbus, Ohio, Cleveland, you both get moderate snow. Columbus sees 5 to 8 inches. Cleveland gets 7 to 11. Lake effect adds to your totals Monday and Tuesday. Watch for snow squalls off Lake Erie. Pittsburgh, you are in a unique spot. You get everything. Ice first, then sleet, then snow. Total ice accumulation, 1/4 inch. Total snow, 6 to 10 inches. Messy situation all around. Buffalo, Syracuse, Rochester, you know the drill. Lake effect snow. This storm provides the initial snow, 6 to 12 inches from the main system. Then lake effect takes over. Downwind of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario add another 12 to 24 inches Monday through Wednesday. Detroit, you get a glancing blow, 3 to 6 inches, enough to slow things down but not paralyze the city. Wind chills Monday morning near zero. Chicago, you barely catch this storm. Northern suburbs might see an inch or two, but the real story for you is the cold. Arctic air arrives Monday. High temperature Tuesday, 8 degrees. Wind chill 25 below zero. Dangerous. Let me talk about something crucial. The science behind why this storm is so dangerous. It is not just about snow totals or ice amounts. It is about the combination. It is about the timing. It is about the duration. When you get ice accumulation like we are seeing in the Carolinas and Tennessee, it does not just make roads slippery. It snaps trees. It brings down power lines. It leaves hundreds of thousands of people in the dark in freezing temperatures. That creates a humanitarian crisis. Emergency crews cannot reach people who need help. Roads are blocked by fallen trees and downed power lines. Hospitals operate on backup generators. Water treatment plants struggle. Cell towers lose power. Communication breaks down. This is why I am spending 25 minutes giving you detailed information. This is not hype. This is not clickbait. This is preparation. This is potentially life-saving information. Let me give you more city-specific forecasts. I promised 70 cities and I am going to deliver. Austin, Texas, you dodged the worst. You stayed just warm enough. Some sleet mixing in, but mostly rain. Temperatures drop tonight. Black ice, possible Monday morning. San Antonio, same story as Austin. Rain today, cold Monday. Watch for ice Monday morning on overpasses and bridges. Wichita, Kansas, you got 6 to 8 inches. Snow is ending now. Roads will be dangerous through Monday. Wind chills tonight near zero. Tulsa, Oklahoma, ice was your main threat. 1/4 inch accumulation, some power outages. Conditions improve slowly Monday. Oklahoma City, you got a mix of everything. 2 inches of sleet and ice. 4 inches of snow on top. Total mess. Roads will not be cleared until Tuesday. Amarillo, Texas, you are in the deep freeze. 8 inches of snow. Wind chills Monday morning, 30 below zero. Life-threatening cold. Albuquerque, New Mexico, you started all of this. Snow Wednesday and Thursday. 6 to 10 inches in the city. 2 feet in the mountains. You are digging out now. Denver, Colorado, you missed this storm, but you are about to get hit with the cold. Temperatures Tuesday morning, 15 below zero. Wednesday morning, 20 below. Dangerous cold snap. Let me jump to the northeast and fill in more cities. Albany, New York, you get crushed. 12 to 18 inches. Snow starts at 6 p.m. tonight. Heaviest snow after midnight. Monday morning is a disaster. Burlington, Vermont, same time frame as Albany. 10 to 16 inches. Starts tonight. Heavy overnight. Monday morning, impossible. Concord, New Hampshire, you are on the northern edge of the heaviest snow. 8 to 14 inches. Starts late tonight. Continues through Monday morning. Portland, Maine, I mentioned you earlier. But let me be more specific. Snow begins at 9 p.m. tonight. By 3 a.m. Monday, you have 8 inches. By noon Monday, you have 18 inches. By 6 p.m. Monday, some areas approach 2 feet. Bangor, Maine, you get less. 6 to 12 inches. But the cold behind this storm is brutal. Tuesday morning, 20 below zero. Wednesday morning, 25 below. Let me swing back to the mid-Atlantic and cover more cities. Norfolk, Virginia, you get mostly rain. Some ice early this afternoon. Then all rain. Storm ends tonight. You escape the worst. Wilmington, Delaware, you are right on the line. Ice possible between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. Then snow. 4 to 8 inches. Enough to make Monday morning rough. Trenton, New Jersey, you get the full impact. Snow begins at 5 p.m. 8 to 12 inches by Monday morning. Travel impossible. Atlantic City, New Jersey, coastal storm for you. High winds tonight. 50-mile-per-hour gusts. Power outages from wind and snow. 10 to 16 inches of snow. Now, let me give you the forecast for some smaller cities that big networks ignore. Morgantown, West Virginia, you get buried. 8 to 14 inches of snow. Starts at 2 p.m., continues through midnight. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, 6 to 10 inches. Snow begins at 4 p.m. Rush hour nightmare. Scranton, Pennsylvania, 8 to 12 inches. Starts at 5 p.m. Heavy overnight. Reading, Pennsylvania, same as Scranton. 8 to 12. Heavy overnight. Altoona, Pennsylvania, you are in the mountains. 12 to 18 inches. Some spots see 20. Lynchburg, Virginia, ice then snow. Quarter inch of ice. 4 to 8 inches of snow. Dangerous combination. Roanoke, Virginia, same as Lynchburg, ice first, snow second, total mess. Charlottesville, Virginia, you transition faster, less ice, more snow, 6 to 10 inches. Winchester, Virginia, you get the most snow in Virginia, 10 to 14 inches. Hagerstown, Maryland, same as Winchester, 10 to 14. Frederick, Maryland, 8 to 12 inches. Snow starts at 4:30 p.m. Wilmington, North Carolina, you stay mostly rain. Cold rain, 40 degrees, miserable but not dangerous. Fayetteville, North Carolina, you are right on the edge. Ice possible, then rain, then maybe snow Monday morning. Uncertainty for you. Greensboro, Winston-Salem, High Point, North Carolina, you are in the ice bullseye. Ice started this morning, continues until tonight. Half inch to 3/4 of an inch accumulation. Worst ice storm in years for you. Hickory, North Carolina, same as Greensboro. Major ice event. Power outages for days. Spartanburg, South Carolina, you woke up to a surprise. Snow and sleet instead of ice. Cold air damming saved you. 4 to 6 inches of snow possible. Columbia, South Carolina, you get mostly rain. Some freezing drizzle early. Then rain. Storm ends tonight. You got lucky. Florence, South Carolina, all rain for you, 45 degrees, windy and wet but not winter weather. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, rain and wind, coastal flooding possible, no snow, no ice. Augusta, Georgia, you are on the southern edge, rain, maybe some sleet mixing in, but no accumulation. Macon, Georgia, rain and thunderstorms, severe weather possible this afternoon, tornado threat. Columbus, Georgia, same as Macon, storms this afternoon, then cold air rushes in tonight. Let me cover Tennessee more thoroughly. Chattanooga, ice started at 9 a.m., continues until 5 p.m., 1/4 to ½ inch. Power outages likely. Johnson City, Kingsport, Bristol, you are in the snow zone, 6 to 10 inches. Started this morning, continues through this evening. Jackson, Tennessee, ice and sleet. 1/4 inch ice, 2 inches of sleet, dangerous conditions. Clarksville, Tennessee, same as Jackson. Ice and sleet mix, very dangerous. Murfreesboro, Tennessee, just south of Nashville, same timeline. Ice begins at 2 p.m., ends by 7 p.m. Now let me cover Kentucky. Louisville, you get a mix. Ice then snow. 2 inches of ice and sleet, 4 inches of snow. Messy. Lexington, same as Louisville. Mixed bag, total mess. Bowling Green, more ice, less snow. Ice accumulation near ½ inch. Paducah, Western Kentucky, you miss most of it. Just cold rain. Temperatures drop tonight. Let me hit the Carolinas one more time with more cities. New Bern, North Carolina, rain changing to snow late tonight. 1 to 3 inches possible. Greenville, North Carolina, rain changing to snow. 2 to 4 inches. Rocky Mount, North Carolina, ice then snow. Dangerous situation. Wilson, North Carolina, same as Rocky Mount, ice then snow. Burlington, North Carolina, ice storm. Major impact. Cary, North Carolina, same as Raleigh. Ice. Southern Pines, North Carolina, ice accumulation. 1/4 inch. Let me cover more mid-Atlantic cities. Dover, Delaware, snow 6 to 10 inches. Starts at 5 p.m. Easton, Maryland, Eastern Shore, snow 4 to 8 inches. Salisbury, Maryland, snow 6 to 10 inches. Ocean City, Maryland, coastal storm, wind and snow 8 to 12 inches. Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, same as Ocean City, 8 to 12 inches. Cape May, New Jersey, coastal storm, 10 to 14 inches. Now I want to talk about what happens after the storm, the cleanup, the recovery. This is not just a one-day event. This impacts people for a week or more. Power restoration after an ice storm takes days, sometimes a week, sometimes longer. Crews have to wait for ice to melt before they can safely repair lines. They have to clear trees. They have to assess damage. It is slow, difficult work. Schools will be closed Monday, probably Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. Offices will be closed. Government services shut down. Life stops. Grocery stores will run low on supplies. Deliveries cannot get through. Shelves empty. Panic buying makes it worse. But here is what you need to remember. This will end. The storm will pass. The ice will melt. The snow will be plowed. Life will return to normal. But between now and then, you need to be smart. You need to be prepared. You need to stay safe. Do not drive unless absolutely necessary. No job is worth your life. No errand is worth a car accident. Stay home, stay warm, stay safe. Check on your neighbors, especially elderly neighbors, people living alone, people with medical conditions. A simple phone call could save a life. Do not use outdoor grills indoors for heat. Carbon monoxide poisoning kills. Do not run generators indoors. Same reason. If you lose power, layer clothing. Stay in one room. Close doors to unused rooms. Conserve body heat. If you must go outside, walk carefully. Ice is invisible sometimes. Black ice will take you down before you know what happened. Broken bones, head injuries, stay inside if possible. Let me give you the 5-minute promise I made at the start. I told you I would deliver detailed city-specific forecasts. I have covered more than 70 cities. I have given you timing. I have given you totals. I have given you the science behind the storm. But there is one more thing I need to tell you, and this is the most important thing I will say in this entire video. This storm is dangerous, but fear does not help. Panic does not help. Information helps. Preparation helps. Taking action helps. You now have the information. You know when the storm hits your city. You know what to expect. You know how to prepare. Now you need to act. The next hour is critical. If you have not prepared yet, do it now. If you have not told your family the plan, do it now. If you have not charged your devices, moved your car, stocked up on food, do it now. This is not the time to wait. This is not the time to assume everything will be fine. This is the time to take this seriously. And remember, after this storm clears, we have another one coming Friday and Saturday. This is not over. This is a pattern. This is a siege of winter weather. Comment below right now. Tell me where you are. I will reply with your specific situation. I will answer questions. I will help however I can. One more time, let me summarize the major cities. Texas, your storm is ending now. Stay off roads through Monday. Arkansas, Louisiana, ice continues. Power outages spreading. Stay home. Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, ice storm ongoing. Thunderstorms south. Dangerous combination. Georgia, Carolinas, worst ice in the Carolinas. Thunder ice possible this evening. Snow in the mountains. Virginia, ice south, snow north. D.C. area, major snowstorm beginning rush hour. Maryland, Delaware, major snowstorm, 6 to 14 inches. Pennsylvania, major snowstorm, 8 to 16 inches. New Jersey, major snowstorm, 10 to 18 inches. New York, major snowstorm, 12 to 20 inches. Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, major snowstorm, 12 to 24 inches. Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, major snowstorm, 10 to 30 inches in spots. This is the storm of the season. This is what we will talk about for years. This is a historic winter weather event. Stay safe, stay informed, and remember, the best way to beat a storm is to respect it, prepare for it, and stay out of its way. I will be updating throughout the day. I will have another video tonight with the latest conditions, and I will start tracking that next system for next weekend. Thank you for watching. Thank you for trusting me with this information. And please share this video with everyone you know in the path of this storm. Information saves lives. Stay warm, stay safe,